Hi, you guys. Good morning. Okay, so I am excited to do this quick little training for you guys. This is going to be like an introduction to Reels and short video content. I'm going to kind of walk you through like what this is, why we do it, how this can really blow the lid off your business, and I'll give you kind of some examples and then the actual step by step on how to do it. And then I'll give you guys some resources that you can use. So even if you're somebody that's like not really comfortable or like know how to do this, this is really going to empower you to know that you can, because it's actually very simple. And this has been probably the one thing that has grown my business leaps and bounds by doing this consistently. So, as you guys are going through the training, what you're going to find if you're new in this business is we consist of doing things every single day to get results in network marketing. Like when you think of your goal in this business is to sign customers, help people get started in the business and then teach and continue to do, like that's what our business has consisted of over the last 7 years. I'm constantly enrolling people, getting them started in the products, following up with those customers, taking care of them, but then bringing people in who want to make money and then showing them what I do to enroll. So it's been this insane like duplication process over the course of 7 years, and it's unlimited because we have access to social media. There's 8 billion people in the world. So if you're someone that's thinking like, man, my friends and family don't want this, what I'm about to show you will completely take that objection out of your forefront, because it just doesn't matter. Okay. So of course, on social media, this is kind of the explanation of why we do this and the psychology behind why this is going to work, I guess. But this business is like comes down to marketing. So we market the products, we show the products in a way that people want to, see. We talk about the products in a certain way, but then the business, but then it's exposure, right? Like it's not just doing the products and the posting in front of 100 the same people. It's getting in front of the new networks of people. I want you to ask yourself, if you were brought into this business by somebody that you didn't know before joining, or if somebody on social media from what they did was what attracted you to do this. And if the answer is yes, I want you to know that you will have that happen too, but it comes down to exposure, right? So if you're posting on your wall and you're messaging people that are on your friends list, this is only reaching the people that you know right now, right? So as you post on your Facebook, as you post on your Instagram, the only people that are seeing your posts are the people that follow you. So growing our network, getting new people in our network is a very crucial part to this business, because as new people see what you have to offer, it's like the law of averages, right? Like the more people that you get in front of, the more leads you're going to have, the more sales you're going to have. So growing our network has always been apparent. Back in the day, when I started this and there was no reels and short videos, I used groups, and I still think you should do this. There's training videos on how to do this on our team page, but getting into groups, and I would add people from groups of interest to mine. So I would be in groups of local groups, or I'd be in groups of similar interests, and I would simply like interact based on those groups. And then I would add people, and then my consistency of posting is what eventually like got people interested, because I would bring them into my network. I would be very consistent, and then they would, those people would join or become my customers. Now, social media is always changing. Reels have been a very pivotal moment for our business, because basically when you post a reel, so a reel is a short video form within the social media platform. So Facebook has reels, Instagram has reels, and then TikTok is a TikTok, but essentially it's a reel. It's a short video form. Now, the reasons why you want to do reels in your business are these reasons here. Number one, the purpose of them is to put your reel in front of new people, right? It's going to, like, that's why when you're scrolling down social media and those reels pop up, and a lot of the time you don't follow those people, the social media platform has put that in front of you. And so when you are the creator, it gives you opportunity to have a lot of new followers, get exposure for your products and your business, build a brand, all these things, right? So it's really, it allows you to grow so much faster than like manually adding people. Okay. But number two, people shop emotionally. People make decisions emotionally in business, like when they join something like this with people they know, like, and trust. So when you're building into a network of people you don't know, the fastest way for somebody to get to know, like, and trust you is through the video content that you put out. Okay. It's through seeing your name, it's building your brand, all these things tie together. And so I know some of you are probably thinking, well, I'm terrified to get on a reel and dance around. You don't have to do that. I think this is something that you build up to, and you don't ever have to dance around, but it's learning how to do the basics of a really simple type of reel that is going to get you comfortable with it. And then you'll find your flow of how this looks. Okay. There's so many ways to do this. I promise you, this is very simple. So it's going to get you exposure. It's going to allow people to know, like, and trust you. Just to give you an example, like one video can completely change your business. I remember back when TikTok was a thing, like a couple years ago, when it just started to become a thing, I did a business video and it hit 1 million views, and it took my Instagram from like a couple hundred followers to like 16,000 or like 8,000 followers. Like it completely changed my business, and I enrolled like 100 distributors from it. And that like obviously catapulted, what I did. But then, even recently, like Instagram Reels has been really taking off, and it in 1 month took my followers from like 16,000 to, in maybe 60 days, 16,000 to 44,000. Now, what's interesting is the reel that went off was nothing to do with the product or the business, but because that reel went viral, I got a bunch of new people in my network, which are now watching me post, watching me use the products in my stories. There's new people, like this is like the people that come into my network are the people that I'm enrolling. But also Facebook and Instagram allows you to monetize your reel content. So like down the road, when you get really comfortable with this, like you're going to find that this is another income stream for you. So we get paid like about $1,000 a month just for posting reels from Facebook. Okay. So lots of inspiration to want to do this. Now, what I want to do in this video is walk you through like what you're going to start doing essentially. And then I'll give you a really basic look at how to make a reel. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. So this pops up. Let me know whenever you see it. But I'm going to just show you like basically what I do, and then how you can like find inspiration, my mindset behind like what I'm posting, and then how you can use all these videos on all the different platforms. Okay. So I work on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Those are the 3 videos that I'm posting on. Okay. So I want you to first understand, like when you go to it, let's look at Instagram. This is a post, right? This is a post. This is a reel. So a reel is just a shorter video. Okay. So up here, these will show my feed. This is my reels. Okay. So you can see with my reels, like some of them, get like, well, I'll just show you. In the last 30 days, 10 million people have been reached on my account, and that is because of reels. So that's just to like show you. Okay. And obviously this is not typical, like you'll have times when that fluctuates, but this is to just show you what's possible. So as I scroll down on my reels, you'll see that some of them get, 6,000. Some of them are going to go more farther, but these are the views. Okay. So these are the views on my reels. Now, what is the strategy behind reels? So for me personally, this is what I do. I do 3 reels a day, which it's going to sound overwhelming if you're new. So don't feel like you have to start with this. I'm just going to tell you what I do and why I do it. I do 3 reels a day. One is for the product, about the product. This is to attract customers. One is for the business opportunity. That's to attract distributors. And then the third is what I call a niche reel, which is a filler, basically non-product or business, something that's, relatable to my brand, something that has my interest, something that's basically going to like help me find my people. That's what I want you to think about when you think about your filler niche. It could be something that's interactive. It could be something that people are going to share. It's going to be something that highlights your passions. It's going to be something, what you can do to start finding this out for you is when you scroll down on your reels, when you're looking at reels, what are the ones that catch your attention? Maybe it's ones that are sharing like a low carb cooking, or maybe it's you're like, oh, I love this lady on reels because she's giving me value, or she's funny, or she's teaching me something. Like these are the things that you're going to start incorporating. Now, when you have a niche or a brand, basically when you're consistent with posting a type of content, not product or not business, but you're consistent with posting a type of content that is giving you exposure, you're going to start training your algorithm. And that means that you will be like telling Instagram or Facebook, what type of people you are interested in, and they will bring you your type of people. So I'm very consistent with posting like funny mom content. I get a lot of exposure through that. When I have a reel that goes more viral than my other ones, and it's a certain type of reel, like for example, I had one reel go viral that was like a funny mom quote with like just a silly dance. And I know that sounds crazy because I don't dance, but like just I'll show you in a second. When I get ones that go really viral, I do more of those. I'm not scared to like repurpose content. I'm not scared to like repeat the same things that are working. I look at it like I'm throwing gas on the fire. I'm scaling what's working. Okay. So one product reel a day, one business reel a day, one filler niche reel a day. Okay. Now, a couple things. Done is better than perfect. Do not worry that you're not good at this. So don't do it. Yours will suck before they get better. Okay. And don't fear this because you don't have to just jump in front of a camera. A lot of these things you can do are something that's like very, it's very easy to implement as a beginner. Okay. So first I'm going to show you like some examples of my reels that have done really well. And then like how this is translated, just to give you the vision for why we do them. Okay. Let me just kind of scroll down. So this is one, obviously, that's product. So just to like look at this, it's 5 seconds long. Watch what happened when I focused on my gut health and weight loss. I have my before video where I was bloated, lots of inflammation, low energy, sad, insomnia. And here's my after. So a reel makes up of a couple different components. A reel is going to be made up of a video, which you can see in the background, or clips of a video. Typically a hook, which is wording that's actually on the screen at the beginning of your video that will catch somebody's attention. So watch what happened when I focused on healing my gut. That's going to draw somebody to want to watch it. And then it has a caption, which is down here. Typically, I'll have a little bit of a story here and then a call to action, which is very important. Comment gut health for info. I'm telling people what to do if they're interested. And then also a song, a sound. Okay. And I do trending sound. Okay. So just whatever. You guys don't judge. Okay? Listen, I'll show you how to do all this. Okay. That's a product one. Now, okay, this is that funny dance I was telling you about. Now, I know this sounds really silly. It looks really silly. I get it. But I'll tell you how this came to be. Okay. I did a reel that was this one here. Now, before you judge me, okay? This was a meme that I saw go viral on Facebook. When you used to party with criminals at random parties, now with no fear, and now going to the grocery store gives you anxiety. Okay, this is like my personality. So if you're not like, if you're like, oh my gosh, I would never say that, don't say this. That's not the point of this. This is just something that I posted. It's a silly dance. My kids were behind me. I was making my kid laugh. La, 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 whatever. But anyways, I did that and it got 29 million views. Now, obviously, this has nothing to do with the product or the business, but when this went viral, I learned a couple things from it. Number one, this is the hook. So I've reworded this in different ways, but the dance was like, people were like, oh, haha, that's a funny dance, blah, blah, blah. So this gives me so much exposure. So I have now what you'll start seeing me doing is I recreate other content that this is like unintentionally my brand. You know what I mean? Like people have literally said, I've seen you do that dance on the internet. So I know it looks really silly, but when you continue to find what your niche and brand is, and you see something go off, keep doing it because it's giving you more exposure. Okay. So you can see that I kind of reworded this. When my kids tell me I'm boring, but literally they know I used to do keg stands in the forest, party till 6 a.m., then go right to work like a champ. Now I make sourdough and I'm asleep by 8, right? Interactive post. But as you can see, that one gave me 40,000 followers and 40,000 views and I posted it yesterday. Now here's another product one. You can see I'm very repetitive with just the videos, they're short. The call to action is the same. I'm calling out the pain points. Like this is going to be for product. I'll have business ones. Again, these are my niche ones, right? Like these are ones that are just interactive. They're funny. I thought this was funny. I'm not mature enough to go viral because I'll be arguing with 17 million people or 1.7 million people. Like, do you see how I'm kind of like I'm doing what's funny. That's kind of my brand. I'm sharing products. And then this would be this would be an example of a business one. And then now again, like, look at how this business one is created. It's a very quick video, literally 3 seconds long. There's wording at the top. There is a caption with a call to action. And so I want you to look at this, like, this is now a funnel. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Yes. That is hilarious. Oh my God. Okay. Anyways, this is a funnel for people to come in and, like, now obviously they're leads, but like, think about the follow-up with this, right? Because I can scroll down my reels and follow up with people that have commented. So like, this is such a great way to grow your business and scale. And these are all new people that are following me. Okay. So I post business, I post product, I post reel, niche. Now, if you're new and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so overwhelmed. Where am I going to learn how to do this? Okay. So a couple tips. First of all, we have I'm just going to show you some resources here. We have the homework chat. So you should be in this, but I share with you guys examples in here that you can do. Okay. So different hooks and reels. And like, if you can scroll up in here, like, you're going to find reels that work really well and like things that you can copy. Okay. So that's number one. Number two, we have TikTok and reels that you can use. So as you start getting into the flow of like how to make reels, these are already done for you. So you can actually use these and like save these. So like, let's say, for example, this was one you wanted to use. You could press and hold this, save the video, right? And then upload this to your reel. Okay. But also when you scroll down on your reels on Instagram, you're going to find, like, you might find ones that you like, that you would copy. And then you can literally just like I get inspiration from other people's reels. Okay. So I scroll down. If there's one that I like, if I like, let's say if I'm like, oh, I like this one, I can click these 3 dots at the bottom, save it. And then I have a collection that I've titled remake. So you could just title like new collection and then remake, right? And then these are ones that I can like go back to. So in Instagram, just to show you, saved, these are all my saved collections. Like, these are all reels that only I can see that I like, right? Like, this was a girl in our company. I decided to be cringe and start posting content to avoid falling behind on rent. Here's what happened instead, right? And then she has a caption. Like, do you guys see how all of these, like, all reels are really, it's really just think of it as like video. I find the short video works the best. Like, do you see how this isn't like a long carried on thing? It's short, it's easy. There's a caption, there's a hook, sorry, at the top. And then there's a caption that directs them to the bottom. And then there's a call to action. So doing these reels, you guys, it's going to get you in front of new people. Okay. That is why we do them. Okay. Now, when I make reels, okay, I make the video one time and I post it on every platform. So if I make a reel on Instagram, I post it to Instagram, I then post it to Facebook. And so I'm not like remaking all these reels. I literally will make it on Instagram and then post the same thing to Facebook. And it's interesting because sometimes one will go off on Instagram, but it won't go off on Facebook, or vice versa. And if you are a creator on Facebook, which you can just switch your account to a creator type. If you don't know how to do that, just Google it. You'll be given this professional dashboard. And then as you start to stay consistent with your reels, like I said, you can go under the monetization tab. So just stay consistent. You might have to post them for a while for this to show up, but you can make money different ways by doing this. Okay. And it will grow throughout the month. So let's kind of just go through really quickly a very simple way to make a reel, because I want you guys to see. Oh, and I got one more resource for you to show you. Okay. So of course you can copy any of my reels or any reels that you see, like copy them. But in our Diamond Tribe team board under Instagram and TikTok training, I'm going to be filling this out as we go, but I have hook and captions. So like basically you could open this, and then you could, this is like an example of the hook. an example of the reel. Okay. So that's, so you could, or sorry, hook and caption. So I'll show you how you could like use this to make a reel. Okay. So there's ones for gut health. There's ones for business opportunity, and I'll continue to add these in. It's not complete yet, so just ignore that, but I'm going to do that. Also, 2 more tips I'm going to give you before we quickly make one together. Let's say, for example, you find a reel that you really like. Okay. So let's say you're scrolling down my reels and you're like, okay, I really like this reel. Okay. Now, also, okay, let me finish that thought and then I'm going to go into my next thought. You can, if you have an iPhone, this is just like a really quick tip for you. You can either like write down the wording and copy it. But one thing that I like to do is I like to if I find a reel that I like, you can screenshot the wording on here. So like, oops, crap. That is me. I could screenshot that. Like if someone has a lot of wording and you're like, oh, I just want to like use this wording, you can screenshot it. This is on an iPhone, and even down here, right? Like the caption. And then as I make the reel, what's kind of interesting is I can now go to my photos in my phone, and I can copy and paste the wording that's on here, right? So like as I'm making it, it just kind of makes it easier. Okay. The other thing I was going to tell you is results. Obviously, like when you look at my reel, like the reels that I do that for products that do really well, I have results. Okay. So like you can see that my reels that go very viral are the ones that are my before and after pictures. So 2 things that I would recommend you doing. Number 1, until you have your own results, you can use like this reel, and you could use someone else's results and then say, instead of like, look what happened when I fixed my cortisol or whatever, you could say, look what happened when my friend Jackie did this, or my friend whoever did this. And so don't, like, I share my results and other people's short video clips in our Telegram channels. Don't be scared to use them and then word it like my friend. Okay. But also I want you to set yourself up for success. So one of the things that I've done that has helped me a ton, that allows me to make these reels very simply, is in my albums in my phone. Okay. I have a album and I titled it My Before and Afters. And so you guys, I've had this, like, I've just had videos in my phones, and I literally I'll just show you, like, this is like very unflattering, but like, I will just set my camera up, and then I just this was like a while ago, I just take clips of myself. And so these are all like, pictures and clips that I have of myself. And the reason that I keep this in here is because I use all of this stuff for my content. So I want you to, like, the best way to sell products is to have your own personal testimony, because you feel it, you see it. And I want you guys to track your results. And so get into the habit, like create an album for yourself, and just set like every week a reminder to like take a video and a picture, maybe like turn yourself around, have good lighting, right? Have like good, like make it look good, because I use these on repeat every single day. Like this is how I make my product reels. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys how I would make a very, very simple product reel with the ones and boards that we have. Okay. So I would open up my Instagram. Okay. And the first thing that I like to do is I like to go at the bottom. I'll do +. I'm going to have it on, see how it says you can either post, story, reel, or live. I'm going to do a reel. Now in this reel, all I'm going to do is make a very simple product one that shows a before and an after. Okay. And then has the call to action, and it has like how I make the start to finish. So my 2 clips that I want to have here are a video from before and a video from after. Okay. So I'm going to click my recents. I'll go to my albums. This is just a system I have for myself because it allows me to really like just have everything in one spot. I'll do, so I just select 2. So I'll select this one. and I'll select this one, okay? So if I were to go next, I'm gonna skip the sound, and then I just click edit video at the bottom. And then what it will show you here, you guys. Oh, there's my underwear. You're welcome. First one's free. Okay. What it'll show you is the 2 clips that you have on there. Okay. So this is a longer clip and I'm not using all of it. And so 2 things that I could do here, I could either just like scroll this along and then you can click split at the bottom, which will split the clip. And then I could just delete that first one there. But also one thing you could do is if you just want like a portion of the clip, that's so gross. Sorry about that. I don't know why I have that in there. I'm just like mooning everybody today. You can just slide it in. Okay. So I want to have a couple seconds here. Right. And then I kind of like cut it there. And then there's my after, right? So that right there is 7 seconds. It's so simple. Like you guys could make this. And let's say if this was like your reel and you wanted to use these results, okay? One thing that you could do is before you even uploaded this, like you could do this and then go add clips. Let's just show you here, camera. And then you could make a face that's like, look at my friend, like, look what happened when my friend Jackie healed her cortisol, whatever, right? Hold on. And then I could like move this over here because I did this after, right? So then your thing could be like, look what happened when my friend Jackie, blah, 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 right? But we're not going to do that because I'm going to actually post this. So I'm going to delete that. But, that's how you could use this. Okay. But you want to have your own. So now if this is my video now, okay, this is my video. Now that I have my video here, I need to have my hook, okay? So maybe my hook is, I was sick, no, hold on. I want something that's gonna make somebody stop and read. Okay, so sometimes what I like to do as well, just to show you guys, is I like to Google viral hooks. I've put some examples in here. So like, this is in our boards. So these are ones that I've just put in here, but you could even Google viral hooks. So, and then I will see how I can tweak it for like this. I'm doing a gut health pack, right? Okay. So one that said, I hate, or no. Okay. POV, you result because of this one thing. So I could be like, I'll just show you how my brain thinks. I could be like, POV, you healed your gut and got these results because of this one thing. Okay. Now I have my wording, right? So that's like my hook. And then I always, when I make a video, I will do my wording like first on the video. So like this would be the first thing: you healed your gut and got these results because of one thing. The viral gut health protocol. No, actually, I'm going to go, you healed your gut and got these results because of this one thing. So I'm just kind of putting like my testimony with it, right? So like now I have all the wording on there. Of course you can, guys, and here's the other thing too. Don't have crazy color wording. Don't have crazy like colors and like shapes for like, you know what I mean? Like don't do this, right? Because you can't really read that. I think that the best way to do it is white and black, and it has to stick out, right? Like you want it to be like visible, right? So I like to do it like that. It just kind of bolds it. Right? Did that do it? Yeah. Okay, so here's the hook at the top. Here's like basically I want the top one to be where what comes up for my before video, and I want this to come up on my after video. So once I have the wording, this is a very simple reel. What you can do now is set the duration of when the wording is going to be on the video. So at the bottom here, this is where you do that. So I would just click POV. So when you click the wording at the bottom, this is where everything comes up. So what I like about Instagram is you can just move that purple wording, see where it says POV. Like I know that this is this one because it says POV. Oh, thought Mike was home. And then now if I want this one to go on for the second part, I can just bring it like that. Do you see how it shows it? And then I'm just literally going up here, swiping down and clicking play, and then I can move stuff around, right? I can make it go bigger and smaller just by clicking it and moving it. I'm just like tapping it, going like this, moving it around the screen, okay? So I'm happy with this. Now, I have my video, I have my hook, I have my video done. Now there's two more things that I need to, there's actually 3 more steps here, okay? So let's say I want to put my trending sound on now. So first thing I do, let me tell you first, okay? Because I want you to know how I'm doing this. Number 1, I have my video that I'm uploading on Instagram, but I want to save this before I post it so I can easily share it to Facebook. So what I'll do is before I like go to the next stage, I'm going to click this little arrow at the top, with the little down arrow, and this is going to save that video with the wording onto my device with no sound. And I'll show you why I do that in a second, okay? Now, I'm going to add on my sound, click the music. Anything with a white arrow is trending, okay? So I like to use one, not the vibe. I don't know, don't love it. No. No, let's wake up a little bit, right? Okay, that's done. A sound is on. I'm going to click next. Now, here's what I do here. Now, I told you guys you could use those captions and hooks from boards. So let's just show you here how I would do that. You could easily go to your boards, right? I switch back and forth between just like that, very simply. Instagram and TikTok training, hook and captions, gut health. So these are ones that I've kind of typed up. Did you know your poor gut health could be the reason you're always bloated, inflamed, have a puppy face, and are tired 24/7? Now, of course, you can edit these, right? So if you want to do like your testimony in here, like you can edit this in here. So many people don't realize that being intentional with healing the gut could change their symptoms almost immediately. I've been seeing a gut health pack go viral on social media, and people are getting incredible results. It has 3 products work together and are backed by science to help heal the gut, improve gut microbiome, lessen bloat and inflammation, and reduce cortisol levels. I can't wait to share results with you. If you've been willing to try it with me, while I collect reviews, whoopsie daisies, comment gut health. Okay, so that's the caption. Call to action, tells a little bit of a story, boom. Before I post this, okay, I just like to go, I'll just show you what I do. Select all, copy. So now I have my video saved with no sound, and I have the caption copied. Take note of that, okay? Okay, now the last thing I do, you don't have to do this, but if you click edit cover, this will allow you to put on a different cover photo. So when someone's scrolling down your Instagram, this isn't what they see. I don't know if it's good or bad, or not good or bad, but like it's personal preference. Okay. So I like to edit my cover because then it looks like a photo, but then when they click on it, it's the reel. If you don't do that, it'll just show up like this, or you could click edit cover, right? And then have a different, like you could decide what they see, but I like to do add from camera roll. just showing you another system I have for myself. Under recents, I have an album called, what is it called again? Oh yeah, picture content. So in picture content, these are just pictures that I like the look of. And I can then choose that. So let's say like that one of me and Renee, throwback to having green hair. Oh, where'd it go? Edit cover. Let's try that again. Don't do me like this. Don't do it. Don't do it. Picture content. Me and Renee. There. Okay. Done. Okay. So now I am going to share. Now, a couple things you can do with this. Amber Parker, I love her. She's so great. Okay. Okay. So a couple things you can do with this now. Number one, I always scroll through on every platform I post on and I look for new comments. Think of your reels as a funnel, right? So I do this to initially check in on them. Hey, like, and then I go through the conversation, right? But then I also use it as follow-up because if they've commented on my reel, I can literally go back to the reel and follow up with them. You can also, once you have the reel posted, click this little arrow, add to story. And then I could say swipe up and say gut health to be one of my May testers. Okay. So now not only is new people seeing this reel, but also it's going to be on my story, which is just like getting more exposure. Okay. Your stories. Now that's what you can do. But right away, I go right to Facebook. I go to my reels. I click that top button there, create reel. And this is why I copy and paste and save that video because now I can easily go here. But I like to add on audio on each platform because Facebook has different trending audios. Right? So now, done. Paste. Facebook may paste it like that, which is annoying, whatever. You can also do the add from gallery here. So let's say I go like that, whatever. And then I share, okay? So 3 reels a day or start with one as you get comfortable. I have videos on how to make basic reels saved in our boards and in our guides. So just know if it's like you will, once you get comfortable with how to do this, you will be able to make them so fast. But don't fear this. Like this will be the thing that gives you so much exposure. Okay. Now I'll just show you like part of my daily task is when I go through my reels, like I will scroll down these. I will look for like comments, right? Like some of these, right? So that one doesn't have comments, but I'll go through and I'll just do it again and again. Okay. So looking for comments and following up and things like that. Um, see, this dance is what I'm talking about. So you guys see how like that dance I've showed you guys a couple times now, it's so silly, but like every time I do it, it gets it like gets just like so many views. And so that's why I keep doing it. Okay. Keep going until your reels go. The biggest things about them are good lighting, have good energy, don't be in a dark place, like, and then just look for inspiration. Like look for inspiration. And you don't have just I want to add this too. You don't have to only use pre-recorded videos. But you can, right? So like let's say for example you wanted to make maybe let's say, okay, let me just show you for an example. Okay. Let's say it's this girl. Okay. Wait. Okay. So see how this one just says like, here we go, right? You can see this is the hook. Okay, but also, okay, sorry, so many thoughts. The reason why short videos like this work so well is because everything has an algorithm. Okay, so you have to think the reason your videos will be pushed further is because somebody is liking it, interacting with it, watching it again and again and again, sharing it, tagging it. So, like, do you see how this has probably been watched so many times because it's short? People are commenting on it, liking it, sharing it. This goes for any type of reel, even if it's interactive, even if you're like, I'm going to show you how to hard boil an egg. Someone sends that to their Aunt Linda on how to hard boil an egg. That's pushing your stuff further. Okay. So this is a really good one. It's short. It's a trending sound. It has a hook. Now I could, if I were like, if I saw this and I was like, I love this one. Okay. And I'm like, I'm ready to make it right now, which I am really loving this one. So I'm going to save it. You don't have to use old video. You can use current right now video. So let's say if this was the one, you're like, I'm going to copy this right from here, right from scratch. I'm going to use the same wording, start here, right? Okay, this is for another company, but like I could totally use this. Okay, so like I'm going to use this wording. Okay, I could click this down at the bottom, use audio. So here's where I could either upload a video from like a previous video, which just to show you guys, I want to show you all my systems. I also have an album called Real Content. So like this is just stock images, that stock videos that I have, things that are like I'll just use over and over again. So like you can see like if there's like a cute video of us walking or something, like I just get into the habit of doing this and then I use these clips for later. But let's say for this one, I wanted to say, here we go. I'll show you how I would do this. I'm going to set up my phone here. So I could go like this. I've got bleach on my shirt, whatever. I would click the little three at the top, that little thing at the very top, the countdown. Okay, so I could set the timer, right? And now watch this. Okay, say that's done, right? Okay, I'm a little bit off. So hold on, I just want to show you again because I'm actually going to post this. So I have my thing on, countdown, because I like to do the hands free. No, I don't like that one. No, one more time, bear with me. We're doing this together. This is real life over here. And the reason the reason I'm sitting down is because there's sound. And then there's kind of like, it kind of grabs your attention. Okay, ready? There's like bleach everywhere. Yeah, this is not easy. It's not easy, okay? Okay, I feel like that one was good. Okay, if that's the one I wanted to remake, I'm just showing you guys this. Next. Now I obviously don't want that second part in there. So I can click edit video. Here we go. And then I could just split because I don't want that second part, right? And then delete, or I could have just moved it in. Okay. But now, right, let's go to my little copy and paste thing here. Because this is like, and again, so like, to me, this literally applies because I was the corporate girl. But you could take this hook and make it fit you. So like what I would do for this is when the burnt out mom who is who hate who hates working at a job to stay broke and miss moments with your kids, with her kids. is ready to learn how to make money from her phone and build her dream. And I'll say, when the burnt out mom who hates working at a job to stay broke and miss moments with their kids is ready to learn how to make money from her phone, finds me. Okay. So you can edit this. And you guys, like, this is the thing. Even if you're a new distributor and you just started, you could do this reel. Like, that's what I'm trying to like tell you guys, right? Like, this is going to be how you enroll people. This is the funnel, right? So I could edit this. Okay. Then next. Now, again, I really liked like the way that she worded this. And this is what I love with, this is what I love with the copy, like the photo thing, right? So I could paste this and then edit it. Start here, right? Because it's obviously going to be like a little bit different, right? Start here. If you have a phone and a desire to learn, you have everything that you need to start making money from your phone. It's 2024. Making an income this way has never been more simple to start. So then you could be like, 2 minutes ago, I just started because I found a girl on social media. 7 years ago, I started my business network marketing to make a little extra cash. Uh-oh. Is it doing that for you guys? I'm confused. That's something that's working. So anyways, I would, alongside being a new mom and working 2 jobs. Once I started, I got plugged into training and resources that showed me exactly what I needed to do, and I ran with it. Okay. I had 0 followers. Not true. I had 100. No money, lots of, I didn't have student loan debt, girl. I'm not smart enough for that, but I did have a lot of credit card debt, $60,000, baby. Credit card debt, no experience. I was definitely not a dance major. I was the opposite of a dance major. Okay. So then I can kind of like edit in some of my story here. No time, I had 100 followers, no money, no experience before. So much fear around people's opinions, but I knew being skeptical was keeping me broke. And then I could just kind of tell my story. I jumped in, and within 3 months, I was able to quit my serving job. The next month, I quit my job at TELUS. And now for the last 7 years, I've been able to do so much because of this business. And then I liked her little thing here. So what's entailed? Free mentorship and guidance, from me, uncapped earning potential, work for yourself, no boss, health and wellness focus. We did not have a car program, which is a good thing. Yearly incentive trips you can earn. Work on your own schedule and own hours. No cancellation fee, stock or inventory. Now here's the call to action. I'm looking to help 10 more people in May run after $3,000 plus in bonuses alone. in the next 60 days. For info on this, comment teach me. This is very important because you need to tell people what to do, right? So I copy that, go to my edit cover, and you guys just kind of will get into the flow with this. I know it seems like a lot, but like, here's the other thing that I want to show you guys. Okay, so now I can share that. I also have a system for myself called Reels with no watermark. It's just a chat that I have with myself. And then I save all my reels in here. So like once you kind of have a bank going, you can repost these, right? Like I repost some a lot of the time, or I'll use different sound over it and things like that. So that's kind of handy. So yeah, that's what I do, you guys. And then of course, like some of them are going to go viral, some of them won't. It doesn't matter. But how you'll get inspiration, like look at that, lowering your cortisol work. You know what I mean? Like once you start doing this, you're gonna get some like inspiration onto what's gonna work for you and what your niche is. But the biggest tips that I'm gonna give you guys is to find what you want to post about and stay consistent with it, because that is how it's going to work. That's how you're gonna get exposure. And then you'll start seeing like this will start going, it'll start, it'll start raising, it'll start going. But if you were to scroll down my page, it's I didn't used to get this many views at all, but it's because I've stayed very consistent with it. So I hope this has given you guys the tools and the training that you can need to know why we do this. And I encourage you to just jump in and start doing it. If you have any questions, please put it below. But I'm excited for you guys to, really implement this, because like I said, the exposure it will give you and the doors it will open for you outside of this industry is incredible. So I love you guys. I hope this helped, and we'll see you later.